Okay, these are some of the things that we need to avoid. First, don't get stuck on a word. And we talked about that. Don't try to focus too much on words. And sometimes when you're interpreting, there are some words you'll hear that you don't know. And in that case, you think, right? You think about, okay, how do we say it in Chinese, or what's the word? And we don't have time for that. And you just have to find a word that expresses the idea and then just move on. And then after the interpretation, after you're done, you can look up a dictionary or you can learn words. So don't get stuck on a word. And if you do, you lose a lot of time and you're in trouble. And next, no repetition. And it's a very common mistake. People repeat themselves. And I say one thing, and then I try to correct it or improve it, and I say it in another way, or 2 or 3 times, and I already missed several sentences. And so don't repeat yourself. What has been said, and no need to repeat that. Next, no fillers. Fillers are like these sounds. So we make these sounds when we're thinking or when we're not sure, right? So no fillers. When you're practicing at home, try to avoid having fillers, and that's important. Next one is no long gaps or pauses. Sometimes we're interpreting for someone and then we're going pretty well, and then all of a sudden we just stop, right? And silence for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or sometimes even 20, 30 seconds. And it's really awkward. So no long gaps. And I was listening to her while Nathan was speaking, and she was going really good. And there were no pauses, and she was just, and I was listening to her, and she was also she was going at it. There were no long pauses. So these are some things we need to avoid.
How about if you, like if you didn't get the speech he's saying, and you stop for maybe 1 or 2 sentences, wait for he finishes that. Is this gap okay?
Yeah, that's okay. If you're waiting for the speaker to finish up a sentence, or if you're waiting to make a meaning out of a sentence, that's okay. But sometimes we get stuck on a word, or sometimes we get distracted, or in those cases, it's not okay to have a long gap. It just it's not a good thing.